Welcome to this university. You are all jambites. This is your first year at the university. I know you must have heard about me. Terrible things. Yes, terrible things. And those things that you heard about me, guess what? They are all true. You have to be very careful of me. If you fail my course, you cannot graduate from the university. I am the great Professor Uborikoko, and I shall be taking you Economics 101, the basics of economics. Okay? I don't care who you are, I don't want to know your names. Outside this classroom, if you see me, don't bother greeting me, because if you do, I will not answer. Let's get to business. Today, I will be teaching you on salary. So like I said earlier, the topic for today is salaries. Now, this is my seventh job, number 7. And coincidentally, there are 7 different types of salaries. And each of my 7 jobs, I have earned each of the 7 different types of salaries. So I am going to be telling you right from my first job up to this present job, telling you the kind of salary that I have been earning. Make sure you're taking notes. As soon as I graduated from school, I got a job as a secretary to a very wicked man. Now, my job as a secretary involved me also being a messenger and a cleaner as well, and that was my official job. And aside from the official job, I was doing unofficial jobs for this man. When school closes, this man would give me his car key, ask me to go and pick his children from school and take them home. Sometimes his wife would call him and say she is too tired to go to the market. She wants to buy XYZ. This man will write me a list and ask me to go to the market, buy those things and take home to his wife. One day, I went on an errand for my boss to his house. I saw his wife washing her undies. As soon as she saw me, she asked me to continue, that she had some food on fire. I washed her pants and underwears. At the end of the month, when this wicked man pays me my salary, I always cry because I work very, very hard for this man and my salary was nothing to write home about. So every month end, I was always crying. So any salary that can make you cry is called the onion salary. Do you know why we call it the onion salary? When you're slicing your onions, it irritates your eyes. It makes you shed tears, okay? So that salary that can make you feel bad, think low of yourself, and make you have regrets and anguish inside your spirit. That salary that vexes your spirit man. Yes, that salary is the onion salary. My brothers and sisters, I got tired of my onion job salary. So I decided to put out my CV and I looked for another job. Luckily for me, after a few months, I got another job. So I resigned from the onion salary. Now, I loved this new job. It was quite challenging and interesting. But at the end of the month, I was not paid. So I asked my colleagues and they said, wow, welcome to the club. Our boss owes salaries a lot, and that as a matter of fact, they had not been paid in the last 6 months. I was like, wow. So I worked at that job without pay for 4 months before I was paid 1 month's salary. So you see, this job was like a stormy one. That is why I would call this salary storm salary. The salary they paid me in the 4th month was like a storm salary. When the storm comes, it is always unexpected. So nobody knows when a storm would come. And when it would leave also, you don't know when it would leave. Storms are like challenges of life. You don't know when it will come and you don't know when it will leave. This is the kind of salary we call storm salary because you don't know when you are going to get paid. Your boss is always owing you. And when the salary eventually comes, as a result of accumulated debts and bills, you don't know how fast it's going to finish. It will finish at any point in time. So you don't know when it's coming and you don't know when it's going to leave. So my second job, I was being paid a storm salary. That is an unpredictable salary. Eventually, when I got tired of the storm salary, A cousin sister of mine introduced me to one big girl. She was into the sales of hair extensions, weave-ons, and attachments. She wanted me to be her PA. So we did not even discuss salary. I was excited because I saw that she was a big girl. She had a big store and she drove a big car. So I was excited. So we did not discuss salary. So I was just acting as her PA, running errands for her and stuff. At the end of the month, she paid me a ridiculously low amount of money. And that money finished within the next 4 days. I was broke. That salary is called a menstrual salary. Do you know why? Women see their menstrual flow once a month. They are their monthly visitor, as they call it. And their menstrual flow lasts for only 4 days. So a salary that is paid to you once a month and does not last you more than 4 days, that's a menstrual salary.
Jesus is Lord!
My brothers and sisters, when I got tired of the monthly menstruation from the so-called big girl, I decided to go back to academics. So I put in for my PhD, and I was fortunate enough to be employed by the university as a graduate assistant. So when I broke the news to my family and friends, they assumed that I had arrived. So towards the end of the month, everybody has a problem to come and tell me about. Some will come and say, oh, my son mistakenly swallowed a spoon.
Not be juju be that.
So the doctor says he has to be operated upon. Oh, my mother swallowed a shovel.
What type of plane is this?
Oh, my father fell from an iroko tree. Oh, my daughter mistakenly drank engine oil. She thought it was Coca-Cola.
Are you playing? What type of plane is this? This is playing? Is it by force to send money to people?
The girl I was dating as at that time was not helping issues either. Every month end, there's always this new bag she wants to buy. So you see, the salary they were paying me as a graduate assistant, the moment I touch it, it would disappear. Yes, it is what they call the magic salary. That is magic. How can they pay me salary on Monday and on Wednesday I'm already broke?
Photo, not be juju be that.
Upon the successful completion of my PhD, I became a full-fledged lecturer. I was absorbed fully into academics. My salary was increased a little bit, but apart from the fact that the salary still finishes quickly, this time I started suffering memory loss. I can't track how I spent my salary. I'm always wondering. I gave my mechanic 1,000. I gave my wife 1,500. We bought yams with 2,000. How did the salary finish? I became confused. I started checking my pockets to see if they were leaking. At a point, I started thinking, oh, it's my village people at work. Maybe this is spiritual. I started suffering memory loss. This kind of salary is called amnesia salary. Amnesia is a medical term that describes memory loss. So when you suffer memory loss, you don't know how you spent your salary, it is amnesia salary. After a few years, I became a senior lecturer. At this point in time, my expenses and responsibilities had already grown. I got married, I had kids, I still had family and friends, And before month end, my wife is already telling me what we need to do. Honey, by month end, we will buy this, we will buy that. My children too, they will say, oh, daddy, month end, we need so and so thing at school. We need so and so thing. My father will say, my son, month end, don't forget me. My friends will come to me and say, month end, don't forget me. And I will be budgeting for all these expenses. So the moment the salary comes, immediately it finishes.
Oh my God.
Because all these vampires are already waiting for it.
May God not allow them, make them kill you.
So my salary as a senior lecturer is what you would call the time traveling salary. The time traveling salary, because ahead of time, it has already finished. People already booked your salary ahead. So the moment it comes, It sorts out all those expenses and bills and you are left with nothing. So that is the sixth type of salary, time traveling salary. Now look at me now at my age. I am a full-time professor and I come here every weekday to lecture. Apart from lecturing you people, I do research and I write a lot of books. This is what they call the active salary. Because if I can no longer work, this university will not pay me anymore. So this, my current job, is active salary that I am being paid. Now, there is another terminology which is the direct opposite of active salary. It is called residual income. Now, what is residual income? You work once and that your work keeps paying you over and over and over again even after you have stopped working. Okay? So financial literacy is the tool needed to transform your salary into residual income so that you can create financial freedom and also time freedom. Now, we are not saying that it is bad to be a salary earner. No. While you are earning your salary, do not allow yourself to fall for the temptation of spending all your salaries in paying bills and other frivolities. Make sure you set aside a particular amount of money on a monthly or weekly basis as savings so that you can now use that money to create residual income for yourself. So while you are helping your boss or the government to build their own dreams, when you close from work, look for a side hustle and start pursuing your own dream too. They say salary is the bribe that your employer gives to you to forget about your own dreams. Okay? You help them to pursue their own dream. So when they pay you based on the value they place on you, make sure that when you close from their work, do your own work. It could be a small provision shop. Go and learn a skill. It could be coding, it could be tailoring, it could be mechanic. Do something for yourself after doing something for your employer. My dear brothers and sisters, you people are young men and women. See, complaining does not solve anything. You can sit here and complain about the government of the day from now till tomorrow. It still doesn't excuse your poverty. You cannot pin your poverty on the government. Why? Because under this same government, in this same country, there are multi-millionaires. So the mistake that some of us made, do not make it. Make sure you create a side hustle for yourself, because that side hustle is going to be what will lead to residual income in the future for you, because your salary will not take care of you for life. The economy is tight, yet people are buying cars and building houses. Nothing in life will ever come easy. I believe what we need at this period is the drive to push until victory comes. My brothers and sisters, do not be afraid to fail. It's better to try and fail than not to try at all. Okay? Do not be afraid to lose money. Take calculated risk. Robert Kiyosaki once said, I have never seen a rich person who has never lost money. But I have seen a lot of poor people who have never lost a dime. Go and look at Femi Otedola. Go and look at Aliko Dangote. They have lost a lot of money in the past. But did they give up? No, they kept trying until they succeeded. The primary difference between the rich and the poor is how they handle fear in investment. Robert Kiyosaki. So have a positive mindset about investment. You can never be rich if you are too scared of taking a step. Your boss will never pay you enough salary that will lead you into financial freedom. He is not that dumb. He is smart. He knows that if he pays you that kind of money, you will not resume work by next month. Okay? So you have to be the one managing your salary by being financially literate and smart. There is this boy on YouTube, Victor Isibor Reviews. He has a lot of insight into business and investment, crypto, forex, name it. Shoot him a message via the link in the description of this video, and he will be able to guide you towards a profitable way of creating a side hustle for yourself. word is enough for the wise. I'll see you in the next class.